Welcome to the pre-party training that we have going on here today. I'm Lori Joy, the host of the Launch It Live Bootcamp, and I am super pumped to have you here with us. Now, we officially kick off our training on Monday, July 12th, but it doesn't mean that we can't get the party started here and get talking about bootcamps and what they can do for you business here today. So what I want to do is say, hey, if you're live, say hello. Let me know that you're here. Ask while I'm live so that I can answer them for you in real time. And today I want to talk about our pre-launch topic, which is going live with confidence and increasing your sales. Because if we're going to live launch, ladies, we need to have the confidence to be here on camera, be live, and then increase your sales. And I'm going to tell you, not only we're going to bust some myths today about going live and the fear around some of us have it. And then also I'm going to tell you how you can simply ease into this. If this is something that you've never done before, if you've never gone live or you need to go live just a little bit more, I'm going to try to convince you to do this and then give you some tangible steps in order to make this happen for you. Now, let's see who's here with us. We have Linda Nelson. Hello, Linda. We have Janice. Hello, Janice Renshaw. So lovely to have you here. And we have Sherry Lee, who is watching and is brand new to the group. Thank you and welcome, Sherry Lee. All right, today I want to start off with a story, because a lot of you that are coming in here are just meeting me for the first time. And so I want to welcome you. I want to welcome you to our amazing group. And I really want to congratulate you for coming in here and being the open-minded entrepreneur to learn a new skill set starting next week. So on Monday is when we officially kick off the training, which will happen every day at noon Eastern. The trainings will run about an hour in length, and if you can be live, that's amazing, because then I can coach you in real time. I'm very interactive in the comments, and so if you have a question about what I am teaching around your particular business, then I'm going to answer that for you live. If you are unable to make it at noon Eastern, don't worry about it, ladies. We have 100 ways for you to see the replays. So they will be organized very easily in a number of places for you. They will be in the guide section, which is kind of like a filing cabinet for your Facebook group. There will also be a recap page where you can literally watch each training one after another. And then you will also be paired up with a bootcamp concierge. Now, this is an incredible opportunity, and I really want all of you ladies here to dive in and to really make the most out of next week. Because I know, I've been one of them in the past. There's been a lot of times where we've signed up for a boot camp and it's come and gone and we haven't taken part. And I really want next week to be the last boot camp you have to take this year. In sincerity, I have what you are looking for. You have all come in here and said you need help finding your ideal client, attracting them to your program or your network marketing business. And what I have to share with you next week will take you on a path that is going to literally blow your mind. I am not someone who is going to come in here and feed you fluff. We are literally going to sit down, and by the end of the 5 days, you will have your entire boot camp planned out for your business. Not for just anyone's business, but for your particular business. So you have an opportunity to not only have me coach you for free for 5 days, but you also have access to my team. So you have met Caitlin and Nicole. They have put their welcome video in the group, and they are the ladies who are going to be helping you through this bootcamp process. Please take advantage of the fact that not only do you have free coaching for me, but you have access to my team for free. Because this does not happen outside of the bootcamp realm. And so that's why we're so excited you're here. We're so excited to have you jump in and take part in 5 hours of training that are going to move your business and move the needle for your business and at an exponential rate. So we are really pumped that you are here. And I'm going to ask you starting Monday to commit to 5 hours of training that can change the face and the life of your business. And if you are here for me, with me, then I am here for you. And those of you who put the most in will get the most out. And so I'm challenging you to be here, to be present, to plug into the system, to plug into the trainings, to get a concierge, to have her help you through this process. And not only that, tomorrow, because it's almost ready, we're just putting the finishing touches on it, we are going to gift you a launch success kit. So tomorrow that's going to come out, and you want to make sure you get your hot little hands on that, ladies, because that is going to help you take next week's training to a whole other level. So we will tag you, we will reach out to you, your concierge will be reaching out to you. Take advantage of everything that you're getting here next week and be ready to go. So hello, Tara Colton. So lovely to have you here. Let's dive into today's training, shall we? Now, again, some of you are just meeting me for the first time, and I want to let you know that I have been an educator and professor for the last 23 years, right? So I have gone from the teaching realm to the entrepreneurial space, and I have been in this space for a decade. And I have learned, hello Mandy, a lot of things in that time. Now, one of the things I did as a teacher is I taught drama. I'm an English and drama teacher by trade. And so I have helped a number, and I want to say like in the thousands, ladies, of young adolescents come out of their shell and be able to express themselves not only in front of their fears, but on a stage in front of hundreds of people. And many times when a semester would begin in school, I would have students who are unable to sit in a circle and just articulate their very first name, right? Never mind getting up and doing a production and, running around like an elephant or whatever it may be on stage and playing games and being vulnerable in front of their peers. And so I'm not going to sit here today and tell you that going live is something you shouldn't be fearful of. Because if it means a lot to you and if it excites you, then you should have that little bit of nervousness within you when that camera turns on, or when you step onto that stage, or when you speak on a podcast. There should be a little bit of you that is nervous because it's excitement. It's excitement all rolled into one. And so I'm not going to tell you I'm not going to sit here and tell you not to be nervous or afraid of going live. Where a lot of people will be like, you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be nervous. I think you should have a little bit of nervousness, right? Because I've been doing this for 23 years. I've spoken on major international stages. I've spoken in front of thousands of people, and I am nervous when I speak. But that doesn't mean that it has to stop you. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So you have a little bit of nervousness, right? That shouldn't stop you. And I'm going to give you tactical ways in which you can do this moving forward. All right. So if you're here, say hello. Thank you, Mandy. Let me know if you are someone who goes live in your business. Hello, Brandy. Nice to have you with us. If you are here live or you're using live, let me know. If you're fearful of going live, let me know, because this is for you. This live is for you. This training is for you. If you know that maybe you should be going live a little bit more and you're not, this training is for you. And by the end of next week, when we have done and put your entire boot camp together for you, you are going to be able to go out knowing exactly what to say, exactly when to say it, and not only how to go on live, but increase your ROI. Increase your return of investment in your business. If you're going live and you're not making any money from it, that's going to end at the end of next week. Who can get excited about that, right? Who can get excited? So Mandy does multiple lives. I know that. She's crushing it. Tara Colton, she goes live. I love it. I love it. So going back to my students, right? And at the beginning of the year, what happens is I allow those students to find their way and find their voice in a gentle, safe environment. I don't push them to do something that they're not ready to do. And at the end of the semester, well, probably not, because that's about 5 months. Within weeks, these students are the first ones putting up their hand, volunteering to go first, getting on stage to do their thing. It's an amazing thing to watch. What can happen when you have someone in your corner who believes in you, who may not, right? And I'm hoping, ladies, that you may not know it yet, but I hope that I come to be that person for you. that person who's going to push you to do something, right? To get you out of your comfort zone, to encourage you, to cheerlead for you, and to show you what going live and sharing your message can do for your bottom line and for your business. So if you're excited for that, then live is no longer going to stop you. So let's jump into some of the myths that people think when they're considering going live in their business, and then let's dispel those myths with some strategies in order to not only make going live easier, but more profitable for your business. Now, who can get excited about that? Come on, ladies, let's drop some of your favorite emojis in the comments. Tell me you're excited about how to go live and increase the money that's coming into your business. Right. Linda goes live. It took her some time, but she knows that it's worth putting herself out there. I understand. Tara, that's wonderful that you get nervous. I think that if something is really important to us, and that is your passion and your business and your message or your network marketing products, you should be a little bit nervous, right? You should have that twang, but it doesn't mean it should stop you. All right, Tara's ready. All right, everyone. This is a myth that this is sometimes I think I hear from a lot of my ladies where it stops them. And they think that everyone will be seeing them going live or talking about them. And, it stops us in our tracks is the judgment of others. So Patricia Douglas, hello. I'm excited, but still have not went live yet. It's okay, Patricia. By the end of next week, you're going to know exactly what to say, when to say it, and how to bring in your ideal clients while doing it. Yes, you should be nervous, excited, but nervous. I love it, ladies. I love it. I love it. Thank you for being so honest here with me today. So fear of judgment of others. So I have a lot that I can say on this topic, but I'm going to keep it brief because we have a lot to get through today. But a lot of us suffer from what other people think of us, and it stops us in our tracks. And a lot of this, ladies, is our mindset that we need to overcome so that we can do it. We can go out there. We can put ourselves out there. It's funny. We always think people are watching and judging or waiting for us to mess up or waiting for us to be successful. And I want to tell you that even though a lot of people, you might think that a lot of people are watching you, more times than not, people are way more concerned with what's happening with themselves and what's going on in their lives. And if you have people around you that don't support you or share what you're doing and tell everyone about the wonderful things that you're doing in the world, the bottom line is you need new people in your life. And that's a whole other training, right? Or better yet, let's surround ourselves with others that lift us up. And I want you to know that within this community, within this group, you are surrounded by some of the most beautiful women I have come to meet in my life. You are in a safe place. You are in a place where I will help you and I will cheerlead for you. And I cannot wait to see you showing up live in your business. And I hope you can start to see that this group and this community that I'm forming here of, and doing these calls every week, or the pre-training that we're in right now and the boot camp that is to come, that you can go out and crush your business with these tactics. I love this line, and I don't know where it came from, but I use it often. I say that people are going to talk no matter what we do. No matter what we do, so let's give them something to talk about. Okay, ladies? Let's give them something to talk about, right? So what I want you to do is, another thing I want you to think of, right, you're right, Linda. A lot of people do have that fear of going live, and when they see you doing it, a lot of times they're like, amazing. Look at Linda going live. I don't think I could ever do that myself, right? Excellent. The second myth that I want to kind of bust is that you're not sure what to say, right? Okay, well, I could go live, Lori, and yeah, it might be a little bit scary, but I don't even know where to start. I don't even know what to say. So if you're just new and you're not sure what to get on a live and talk about, I want you to start to think about your messaging. What is the message that you're putting out? And a lot of us, even if you're new or if you've been doing this for a long time, I want to bring you back to this point. I want you to check in, and I want you to think about your messaging in terms of your solution. And the solution that you're offered to your program or your products, if you're a network marketer, provide for people. I like to refer to this as your point B, and we'll get into this next week a lot. Many people come into our lives and they are stuck. And it's either our programs or our products that can alleviate those pain points for them and take them to a life or a business that is far better than what they are experiencing now. So for you network marketers, let me give you a little example here. If you're going to go live, I caution you not to lead with your product, but to lead with your solution. Program course creators, you can do this as well. A lot of times we want to say we have this many hours in our program and we have this many calls and we have this many modules and all of these things. And I want you to kind of get away from leading with the program or the product and start talking more about your solution. So let me give you an example. So those of you who are in the essential oils and you're selling essential oils through network marketing, if any of you are on the live or the hashtag replay, let me know if that's you. So right now, right, if we're sharing about lavender, okay, one of my favorite essential oils, if we're sharing about lavender, it's not really about the lavender or how it's sourced or how it's bottled or even the price. Because people, although that is information they need or maybe would like to know, it's not really what's going to move the needle. What's going to move the needle is the solution. So how lavender allows your toddler to sleep through the night. How when placed on your pillowcase, it stops your racing mind at the end of the day. Or how you want to talk about a solution that your people want to achieve through the use of your product. That's what you want to be doing. And I would talk about the solutions to my products all day, every day. Do you see the difference? Here's this little bottle of lavender. It's sourced from such and such. It's bottled like this. It's priced at that. As opposed to this little bottle of magic can help your toddler sleep through the night. I would buy it in the caseload, right? I would buy it by the caseload because it's not about the product or the program, it's about the solution. And when you start to think about this, ladies, you will have no problem what to say when you go live. Is this resonating with you? Do you see the difference? And this is what I changed in my business. It was always program, or product in my network marketing business. And it wasn't until I started to switch and talk about the solution that everything changed. And the same thing goes with those who are my course creators. Who are you here on the live? Let me know what courses that you have in the back of your mind or that you have working right now. So if you're creating a program 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, whatever that might look like for you, what's going to happen to your people when they come out of your program? For those ladies that are inside my Launch It Live Academy, they're working towards 5-day boot camps that have 5-figure launches. That's the big end result. So for you, instead of talking about everything that you have in your program, start talking about the solution your program can offer. And you ladies will be able to talk on lives all day, every day, right? There will be no stopping you as to what do I say and what do I talk about? Have a product, what's the solution? Have a program, what's the solution? Right? Right. Excellent, Linda. Yes, Tara. Excellent, right? And the third thing that really, I want to bust this myth about the fear. We've kind of alluded to it, but the fear that you may not be able to do it, or sometimes it's fear of who's going to listen to me. And if you have felt that, who am I to be going live? Who is going to listen to me? I want you to be honest and tell me. Tell me in the comments. I can't see you. So I'll say that I have many a time in my entrepreneurial space here in my journey where I have literally thought, who am I to be going live, right? And let's dive into here and what's really happening. So when I think and when I hear or I think of this fear, I think of the person that is saying they are not confident or they don't believe they can do it, so they're just scared and they're residing in fear. Okay? And I want to challenge you to sit and think about something that you weren't good at and now that you are a master at. Okay? So for me, very tangibly, during COVID, and everybody being at home, I started to dabble in gardening. And I had this beautiful idea of having beautiful vegetable garden and growing flowers and having a greenhouse and doing all of that, but not until I was retired. I thought once I retire, from my, job, I will be able to be the master gardener. I want to take courses. I want to learn from the best. And this last year from being home, I had a beautiful neighbor up the road who has a gorgeous garden, who was beautiful enough to come over and help us get started. And I can actually stand here and say today that I'm not a master gardener, ladies, but I can grow some lettuce, I can grow some potatoes, tomatoes, peas, right? Onions, cucumbers, those kinds of things, right? So any other gardeners in here? I know Linda Nelson is a gardener, right? So think about something that you weren't good at one time, and now that you have become the master at, that you are performing with ease. And I want you to think about that. At one point, you were not very good at it, but how did you get better? Right? So how did you become the master of baking the cookies? How did you become the master of the gardening, the 5K race, the hiking, the yoga move that you couldn't do? I bet you the answer is that you followed someone who knew what they were doing, and you replicated that. And you practiced, right? But more importantly, ladies, you started. You one day decided that you no longer were going to be the novice in the baking, the gardening, the running, the hiking, the yoga move, and you just went out and you tried it and you did it. And maybe it wasn't pretty at first. Maybe the cookies didn't taste as best as they do now. Maybe the yoga move was really painful and you were shaky until you were able to perfect it. Maybe you ran around the block the first time and now you can pump out a 5K like nobody's business. But it just doesn't magically happen. What happens is that you made the decision to change and put into action something that you weren't good at. And the same thing goes when you feel that you aren't good at going live, right? First of all, it's a story in your head. And maybe it's a story that's keeping you small, or maybe it's a story that's keeping you safe, or maybe it's a story that's keeping you inside of your comfort zone. But today I want to challenge you to change that story. You are no longer the woman who cannot go live. We want to challenge you to change that story today. And instead of saying, I'm fearful of going live, I want you to say, I'm excited to learn how to get better. And today is the day I start going live, right? So let's see in the comments. Janice, you love gardening and watching plants grow. I'm more excited about the plants growing and the vegetables growing than actually eating them. Flowers, love it. You knew nothing, and now Linda knows how to get going. Excellent. I'm loving this, ladies. Okay, so we busted those fears. I've challenged you to step up today. And when I am here teaching you live, ladies, I always want you to take some action after it. We don't want to be just constantly consuming content. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to give you some suggestions and then move you forward in your business. Now, let's talk about ways that we can do this. How can we actually get better at going live? Okay, there's a number of ways that we can do this. So let me take you through just a couple of easy ones. You have not gone live. Okay, so Janice, I think you said you're nervous. No, it's Patricia. I'm excited, but I still have not went live. Patricia, this is for you. All you have to do is in the comfort of your home, in the comfort of your backyard. It doesn't matter where you do this, but just literally turn on your camera on your phone, face it towards you, press the video button, and start to get used to speaking in the camera. Where am I to look? What does my voice sound like? Sometimes we don't like the sound of our own voice, but it's as simple as just turning on your video on your camera and speaking into it. And getting used to seeing yourself in the camera and hearing your voice. You can say your grocery list, for heaven's sakes, ladies. It doesn't matter what you have to say. Actually, I have a funny story for you, right? Hello, Audrey. Lovely for you to be with us. I have a funny story for you. Actually, since COVID and everyone has been on Zoom, I was listening to the radio the other day and they were saying plastic surgery has gone up in the last year and a half during COVID-19 because more and more people are seeing themselves in their face on Zoom, right? And they're taking drastic actions to get it fixed, right? We are living in a filter system. We love it. So this is one of the things you can do is literally just turn on your video on your camera, and get used to speaking into your phone. Another way for you to do this is to do a live story. So if you use Facebook stories or if you use Instagram stories, okay, they're only 15 seconds in length. So what can you do, right, is something that's really short, really brief. 15 seconds goes by really fast. Is you can practice doing your lives there and work up your confidence so that you can do something a little bit longer, and then maybe you can start going live on Facebook on your page, or if you have a Facebook group. Similarly, Instagram stories are only 15 seconds and they only last for 24 hours. And if you do it and you don't like it, you can easily delete it. So it's a great way to start telling people what it is you're doing. What's your business? What's your solution? Remember, we're no longer leading with the product or the program, we're leading with our solution. So maybe you want to tell people what it is that your business offers, or your business offers in terms, of a solution, and they're literally 15 seconds, right? And the more you do it, the easier they will become. And I want to challenge you also to think about your messaging and who in the world needs your message. But more importantly, ladies, who in the world needs your solution, right? And I want you to think about your moral obligation to people who are in pain, or people who may be suffering, or people who need help to get in the right direction, who may be praying for what you and your business has to offer. And I want you to go out there. And I want you to do a 15-second live. And I want you to stop thinking and being rooted in the fear and thinking about ourselves, and start thinking about the people that you can help. Because when you start to shift the focus from you to others, there will be no stopping you. There will be no stopping you. And when you're able to think about the people that you can help and the difference that you can make in their lives, in the lives of their family, in the lives of their children, there should be no stopping you. And if you truly believe that you have a solution to a problem that people desperately need, you should be shouting it from the rooftops. Yes, ladies. Yes. Who can agree with me? Do you have a solution that people desperately need? Tell me in the comments if you do. Just say me. Yes, I do. It's me. Whatever. Tell me in the comments if you have a solution that people desperately need. And I want you to start shifting your thinking from people who need your help. And I want you to shift your messaging to the solution that you can offer those people, right? And I want to put a challenge out to you, ladies, because this is the pre-party, and we're going to actually dive in and get to some serious work next week. If you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, go live today in your stories. Tag me in them. Let me see that you're an action taker. Let me support you. Let me cheerlead you to no longer being in your comfort zone, but you're taking the action. You're moving forward, and you're actively looking for people to help, right? So by practicing on our phones, by going live for 15 seconds, just in our stories, just telling people what's one of the solutions that your business offers. That's all you really have to do. And I challenge you to take that movement, that action forward, right? Because we don't want to be here just watching this live and then not taking action. I'm all about the action, ladies. So today we're learning about how to increase our ROI. Start telling more people. Maybe not everybody you think has heard about your business opportunity or your product or your program. There's so many people out there who need what you have. Get out there and tell them. The thing, and the lovely thing, and I'll wrap up our training really quick because this is pre-party and I have some things to tell you about that's coming tomorrow. But the thing I want you to know is that going live can really get your message across. There's a barrier here that is broken down by going live that is not happening in a blog post or in just a Facebook post or an Instagram post. You can tell how excited I am about going live by being here with me today. And it's something that I cannot convey no matter how great the messaging is in a post. I could write, these are the myths that we need to bust about going live, and these are the things that you can do to get out there and start being live today. But unless I'm here telling you exactly how excited I am about you going live in your business, it does not come across in a post. That's the power of going live. People seeing you, hearing you, getting to know you, like you, trust you, and then you know what, ladies? Buy from you. And that's how we elevate the increase in sales, the ROI in our business, letting people see you. And you know what is funny too? A lot of you will be like, well, as soon as I go live, there's no editing. What if I fumble on my words? What if, I get stuck or I don't know what to say? It's okay. It's okay. Lots of times I have been live and my son has walked in, or my husband has interrupted, or the light has fallen down, or, there's someone working outside on the roof, fixing something. It has happened to me numerous times. It has happened to me numerous times. Speaking on an international stage, a heckler, a woman yelling out. It has happened to me while I am live. And you know what? It's okay. It didn't stop me from doing it. I didn't die doing it. It was okay. And in fact, going live, and the more you do it, the better you become at your messaging, because you keep saying it over and over again, right? Your messaging doesn't change, because your solution is the same. If you have a program and you offer a solution, start talking more about that. And the more you talk about that, the better your messaging becomes, right? The more you talk about the solution for your business, the more people can be self-identifying and saying, that is what I need. That is what I need. And I want to reframe your thinking about going live, busting those myths, and then giving you those simple strategies to get you moving forward. Next week, when we kick off the official training every day, Monday to Friday at noon Eastern, the trainings will go for about an hour, so you want to put that in your calendar. This is what will happen. We will talk about your solution, why you're doing a boot camp, how you're leading your people to your business. And I am going to walk you through bit by bit, step by step, exactly the exact framework that I use, my 5-figure framework that I use right here. I am going to walk you through it next week. It is going to be amazing. Those of you that dive into the trainings, use the bootcamp concierges that you have being offered to you. Come and get the free training. Commit to 5 hours of learning in your business for free. You will have an exponential change in your business. You will have an exponential change. Audrey says, I'm working on a 1-hour live. It's hard when you don't get people that buy, but I'm working on staying confident no matter what. You know what, Audrey? I love this point. And thank you so much for sharing in the comments, because you know what is happening? It's very hard for us sometimes to go live when no one is there. But you know what? It makes you better at the next time you go live. It will keep, I think what happens is when we start to think about, if I go live and no one comes, then I'm just going to stop. Or if I'm live and there's only 3 or 5 people, well, then what's the point? We really have to have the mindset that Audrey is talking about here. There has been many times when I have done a live and I have just been speaking to myself. And there are many times, right, when you will do a live and sometimes no one will be there live, but maybe they'll be on the replay and they'll watch it later. There's lots of people lurking. There's lots of people watching that don't comment, and it's okay. And the more confident we become and the more consistent we become with our lives and showing up for our people in our business, the more that they will know, like, trust, and then buy from us. It's a repeatable system. And sometimes we're like, well, I could go live, or I would like to go live, but now you're like, we've busted that myth. What do I say? You're talking about your solution. Could you not pick one topic, one bit of your solution that you offer and talk about it once a week on a live? I know you could. I know you could, right? And so when we have a solution and we take that focus from ourselves to our people, and we are all about serving, because that is what we are called here to do, to serve, then we are going to be out there and helping our people. Right. Yes, Audrey, I know your business. It's paparazzi, is it not? I know your business. And just look at, I love, right? Having the jewelry, having the accessories. It does bring out the confidence in you. It does make you feel better about yourself. You have a valuable business that people need. Hello, Shauna. Hello, Linda. You're welcome. You're welcome. I love this. I am so excited to share all of the goodness with you. So just as a recap, ladies, really quick here, because it's Thursday and this is just part of the pre-party, I'm excited to see you go live today. If you go live in your Facebook live or on your Instagram, make sure you're tagging me. I'm going to go live on my Instagram today, so you can come and watch that too. And I'm here in the group going live. I love it. I love it. Get out there, tell more people about your solution, your business, your program, your promise, and get out there shouting it from the rooftops. Tomorrow, don't forget, now we've had a pre-party everything this week. Monday, if you missed it, we talked about 5K launches and what that can mean for you and your bottom line. If you missed that training, please go back into the guides in this particular group, and under pre-party training, you will see it there. Yesterday and the day before, you met Caitlin and Nicole, who are beautiful concierges here and are going to be reaching out to each and every one of you who have signed up for the boot camp. If you haven't signed up, I'll put the link below, but the majority of you that are here have. They're going to be reaching out to you and offering you some beautiful time with them in order to make sure that you are finding everything, that you are getting all of the trainings, that you have your launch success kit, which will roll out tomorrow. I'm so excited for you ladies to see this. And when we dive into it next week, it will start to make so much sense. So your launch success kit will come out tomorrow. Keep your eyes peeled for that. I will, and the ladies here will tag you in case you've missed it. We want to make sure you all have it for the weekend. And then Monday, noon Eastern, ladies, we start to learn your five-figure framework for launches, and how boot camps are going to become the beautiful, repeatable lead generation system you need to attract your ideal clients into your business. Who needs more ideal clients? Yes! And then seamlessly leading them to the sale, which is near the end of the week. Yes! Yes, you will be live and Lord willing every day. I love it, Audrey. You're welcome, Stephanie. So great to see you. Caitlin, so great to have you on here. If you go live in your story, can you tag people? In Instagram, you can. I don't use Facebook stories, but I do use them in Instagram, Janice, and you can. In Instagram, it has a mention button, and you can just tag people in there. So I'm the Lori Joy if you're tagging me in there. I absolutely love all the ladies being here. Hello, Lori. Thank you so much for joining in the pre-training. Remember, the party is just getting started. We officially kick off on Monday, and I cannot wait to see the boot camp that you build.